Gering State Senator John Stinner weighs in on the 2021 legislative session as it closes in on the home stretch. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in Western Nebraska and Eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Gering Senator John Stinner says the current legislative session has been intense, especially with debate on the budget in general and funding for a proposed new prison in particular. The chair of the Appropriations Committee says he believes lawmakers struck a good balance when it came to a decision to set aside a portion of funding for non-prison related efforts to reduce or reverse inmate population increases of 150 to 200 a year.
I think we put a pretty good proposal together concerning that. Certainly putting the $15 million over for more programming demonstrates that this overcrowding situation can't be solved just by brick and mortar. So I think there's a positive statement there in the budget.
Stinner says he's looking forward to seeing the results of the Crime and Justice Institute review from the state's criminal justice system and recommendations to come out of a follow-up task force. He says he's expecting a menu of options for lawmakers to consider, hopefully by next session, in an effort to address the overcapacity situation in the state. Well, Unified Command this week announcing 26 new COVID cases in the Panhandle since last reporting. Those new cases include 8 in both Dawes and Scottsbluff County, 7 in Box Butte County, 2 in Sheridan, and 1 new case in Morrill County. PPHD Director Kim Engel did note there was a discrepancy on Scottsbluff County's data on the state's dashboard and explains what happened.
The state dashboard is showing 229 new cases for Scottsbluff County in the last 14 days. This is an error. There are about 3,000 tests over the past several months that were not reflected on the state data. However, the positives were on the PPHD dashboard, and the case investigations were completed at the time they occurred. They are being entered into the state's data now, and the information went in as new cases rather than the date the test was actually ran.
PPHD also saying that more than 25,000 residents, roughly 40% of the Panhandle's population, has received at least their first COVID vaccine. Well, coming up after the break, it was a wild week weather-wise. Bill Boyer's in with your weekend weather forecast right after this on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we realize the way people want to bank in the future may be different than it has been. As comfort levels and desires vary by person, banking may be different for some, yet not for others. We offer the best of both worlds, a traditional banking experience with our friendly tellers and an online or mobile banking option with features that you can personalize and utilize anytime, anywhere you go, so you can bank how you want, when you want, and from where you want to. Platte Valley Bank.
Logos in Gering is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gering.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
All quiet across the area tonight. We are going to see some clouds. Can't rule out a shower, but mostly cloudy skies as we start tomorrow morning. We'll be down in the 30s, quickly warming tomorrow, and we're going to see a bit warmer conditions tomorrow. And then Sunday, Monday, that's the pick of the weekend, certainly. Sunday and then into Monday, very nice weather conditions. A cooler, rainy day on Tuesday, but all in all, the bottom line is we have a much nicer 7-day forecast coming our way. Hit 63, almost normal yesterday. It's been a while since we've been able to say that. 90 is your record high for yesterday. Nothing in the rain gauge, and we're tumbling below normal, eating up some of that surplus that we had going into the month. Well, here is where we sit in terms of above normal, high temperatures that we actually had. The higher on the scale, that's more above normal. The lower, well below normal temperatures. And as you can see, clear back 2 weeks ago, we had a day that was in the 70s. And then we dove down here in multiple days here in a row in the 30s. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday last week, we tried to climb back to normal by Sunday, and then only to fall back down again. Got about back to normal yesterday, below normal again today, but we're going to trend for a couple of days and get us back up on the other side of this. If you remember, they're going into Easter. There were several days in a row that we had very nice weather conditions. So this is where we sit now. Going to dig ourselves out of this below normal pattern that we've been in for a couple of weeks. We have 60s here across the area right now, 50s and 60s in our area, 64 in Norfolk, 63 in Hastings, 42 in Laramie, 43 up in Casper. As we look across the area, here's a 64 in Ogallala, and a little cooler, some 50s. In our area, 52 in Kimball, over to 45 here, Cheyenne, and 46 up in Wheatland. Lust checks in at 43. A small sliver there of some wind gusts. Generally speaking, though, we're in that 5 to 15 mile an hour forecast. No bus stop tomorrow. We're not heading to school, hopefully, tomorrow. A few showers, that's about it. Otherwise, we're going to be mainly cloudy out here tonight. And lows overnight going to fall down into the 20s. Again, a few areas may not fall below 30, but most of us in the 20s. Ignore that, Wheatland. Not sure what's going on with that particular reading there. For tomorrow, then, we're going to be dealing with sunshine throughout the day. Tomorrow, a good deal of sun and some overcast skies then work in through the afternoon and evening hours. And we're going to stay more clouds than sun, I think, tomorrow. Finally, by Sunday, we're going to bring in some much milder air. And Sunday and Monday look very nice here across the region. Highs tomorrow, 50s and 60s. Look at these colder temps off to the north of us, though. It's going to be a little cooler there in those areas. Over the next 36 hours, not much in the way of precip, and certainly not much in the way of snow coming to our area. Everything's going to be fairly quiet and benign. 31 cloudy early, clearing after midnight, down to 31 tonight for a low. Tomorrow, 66 with more clouds than sun, finally trending on a warmer streak. We'll be in the mid-70s on Sunday. Monday, we continue into the mid-70s. Then cooler conditions for Tuesday with a chance of some showers, only to rebound back into the 60s and 70s for the middle portions and late portions of next week. Finally, looks like spring may be going to arrive here across the area.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Having windows and patio doors installed by Renewal by Andersen is literally a red carpet experience. We treat your home like it is ours. We focus on the details. Renewal by Andersen windows and patio doors fit right, they keep the outside out, our 20-year warranties and great financing options are second to none. Our installers are very well-trained local experts at proper installation. Renewal by Andersen windows and patio doors, great products installed by great people. Contact us. Let's talk about your project.
Welcome to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scotts Bluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
Welcome back. It was all pomp and circumstance this week down in Sidney as education leaders celebrate the grand opening of a first-class learning institution. On Tuesday, a ribbon-cutting ceremony was held for the completion of Educational Service Unit 13's southern satellite location in Sidney. This project has been in the works for many years, and this week it became a reality. The move stems from ESU 13's unprecedented growth in staff and programs over the past several years. Additionally, the new space fills the need for a distance learning classroom, allowing schools in the southern panhandle to participate in ESU 13's Valley Alternative Learning Transitioning School. Well, preparations for construction of a new fire station at Western Nebraska Regional Airport continue as the project gets closer to its start. Airport Director Raul Aguayo tells KNB News the construction is set up in 2 phases, with the first being 20 days where they will bring in all the utilities, including water, sewer, and electrical. He says due to the pandemic, some of those supplies have been hard to come by.
Plumbing supplies, electrical supplies, some of those things are hard to come by. So because it's a critical 20 days, we have to get all those things here. Once they're all here, then they'll start tearing up the concrete, putting in the new footers, getting everything in place. So during that 20 days, we will reset up the fire station in our snow removal equipment building. It has an office with radios, a place for the truck, and a place where we can put our gear. Then after that critical 20 days, we'll house the truck back in its old fire station as they build around. So we're just waiting for that to get started.
He anticipates there will be some overlap with the airport fire station and the repaving of runway 523, with hopes that both projects will be completed by this fall. And under a proposal backed by lawmakers, police, sheriffs, and state patrol deputies in Nebraska would face greater accountability and have more yearly training with a focus on de-escalating conflicts. Senators gave the measure initial approval on Wednesday despite concerns from some that the requirements would be difficult for smaller law enforcement agencies to follow. The vote came just 1 day after Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin was convicted of murder and manslaughter for the death of George Floyd, an incident that sparked sometimes violent protests nationally, including in eastern Nebraska. Well, straight ahead, Alex and Rebel in with your Friday 5. We'll have that right after the break here on KNEB.TV News. Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes over 300 different high-performance lubricants, including fuel conditioners, hydraulic and transmission fluid, and more. We've been helping customers improve their operations for more than 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and can even deliver right to your door to offer excellent service and value. Our products are made to exceedingly extend drain and grease intervals to reduce maintenance and labor costs to improve the budget. Whether you're in a factory, farm fleet, or like to go fast, Hydrotex is here to help. Visit your local Hydrotex dealer in person or online today.
Old. You've walked the rows of life, a fence length of time. You fought the floods, snow, and sweltering heat, and lifted breathing and settled pain. With a smile and a cry, you've strengthened your community and future generations. Sometimes with nothing to say. Often can't say enough. Like, let me do it again.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the FNBO Ag Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of Farm Feud. I'm your host, Alex Wojcicki. We've got another good one for you today. Our guest, our competitor this week, Rebel Saklocha, and she has no idea, folks, what she is getting into this week. Are you ready to go? Let's get started. All right, everybody, welcome to the show. Rebel, how you feeling?
I'm so confused.
So, this is a little game show we are calling Farm Feud, okay? The premise of this game is there's lots of smells on an operation.
Alex, why?
No. Some are good, some are bad, some are awful. We want to test your sniffer and see how good you are at identifying some farm objects, okay?
What have I ever done to you?
Item number 1.
I feel like you're just gonna shove it up my nose.
No, I won't.
Do I get like options of what it is?
No, you just have to guess. Okay, just sit still, and I won't touch you.
I don't trust you.
Ready? Sniff.
That smells like the orange soap with the beads in it.
Yeah, you're right.
Woo! Go Joe! Go Joe! Woohoo! Okay, that's like the smell of my childhood.
Okay, item number 2.
Am I supposed to smell it?
Yep. Ready? Do you have a guess?
Is that milk replacement? That kind of smells like chocolate. It's like, what smells like chocolate? Really bad chocolate, but still chocolate.
Oh, good. You're 2 for 2. This is incredible.
I grew up on a farm now. Like...
Okay, item number 3. Oh. Ready? Do you need another sniff? One more sniff.
Is that a cow poop?
No, it's not.
What is it?
It's Distillers.
Oh! That was my first thought, but then I was like, no, that smells too bad to be Distillers.
Well, they probably... Ooh, we're just going to brush that on the floor. Sorry. All right, Rebel, so far you are...
I want to redo that. Now, I'm mad at myself for missing Distillers.
Ready for object number 4? Oh, it comes with a bug.
How many are there? Oh, 5. Are there 5 items? Okay. That is cow poop. That is cow poop. And I'm not, you can't lie to me. That is it. Was I right? Yeah. Alex, what did you do? Just go to your corral and scoop up some cow turds? That's so mean. Who does that? That's like an HR violation.
I just picked it up. You want to hold it?
No, stop. Get out of here.
No. Next.
Okay, so last one.
Well, I've got. Oh!
I'm so mad at myself for missing Distillers.
I don't know if you'll get this one.
It just smells like feedlot.
One more sniff?
It's not hay, because it doesn't smell good enough. Let me touch it.
It's in a baggie.
Why would you do that to me?
Do you know what it is?
I think it's feces of some kind.
It's chicken poo.
Alex, stop! No! Get out of here! That's so mean.
Wow, you're pretty good at this. That concludes. That's all I. Gross. So, there are lots of wonderful smells on an operation and lots of ones that are absolutely awful. You did wonderful on today's episode of Farm Feud. Give it up for Rebel, everybody. We'll see you next week.
This is Mike. Mike likes his car. Mike likes to save money. And Mike likes to breathe. So Mike fills up with E15 with 15% American ethanol. The clean octane in E15 gives Mike the performance he wants from his engine and the clean air he wants for his family. Better yet, E15 costs less at the pump. Higher octane, cleaner air, lower cost. E15 sure gives Mike a lot to like. Discover E15 with American ethanol.
In boots, new and old, you've walked the rows of life, a fence length of time. You fought the floods, snow, and sweltering heat, and lifted breathing and settled pain. With a smile and a cry, you've strengthened your community and future generations. Sometimes with nothing to say. Often can't say enough. Like, let me do it again.
New looks and new decor can be found at Compliments for You and Your Home. Check out the newest styles from Tribal, Charlie B, Ethel, and more. Compliments also has the shoes, purses, and jewelry for any occasion. Plus, right now, get 20% off all clearance apparel. While here, take a look at our solar lights and felt birdhouses. Finally, visit our newest addition, Katie Chandler and her salon. All this at Compliments for You and Your Home, 1708 Broadway, downtown Scotts Bluff.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your weekend community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scotts Bluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want you to plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. With our personalized trust and estate planning services, our trust services can help you do just that. When it comes to estate planning, you should seek professional help. And when you do, you should have confidence in the financial institution you choose to handle your trust. At Platte Valley Bank, we pride ourselves in keeping our trust operations local and serving our friends and neighbors. We offer a highly personalized, full line of personal trust and estate planning. Give us a call today and see how our trust services can help you.
And finally tonight, a Nebraska ranching family was honored this week by Governor Pete Ricketts. Rural Radio Network's Bryce Duskett has that story.
The Schweitzer Ranch of Loup County has been selected as a recipient of the 2021 Nebraska Leopold Conservation Award. This prestigious award recognizes farmers, ranchers, and forest land owners who inspire others with their dedication to land, water, and wildlife habitat resources in their care. Bruce and Sue Ann Schweitzer, along with their children, own and operate the ranch. In addition to custom grazing beef cattle on 12,000 acres of native prairie, the family also operates a nature-based tourism business. Calamus Outfitters offers lodging, event space, river float trips, and eco tours of the Sandhills. Sarah Sortum accepted the award on behalf of the family.
When my brother and I wanted to come back to the family ranch, we weren't sure if it would be financially possible. But by diversifying our operation and finding additional revenue streams, we were able to fulfill our family goal of living and working on the land together. Conservation has been the key to our economic diversity. We believe everything has value. From every blade of grass to every tiny pollinator, from clean water to dark skies, from family traditions to new research, everything has value and has a worthy role to play.
Now, they were announced as the recipients by Governor Pete Ricketts in advance of Earth Day. Sorghum refers to grasslands across the nation as superheroes.
Grasslands have superpowers, seemingly invisible processes that benefit us all. By keeping our streams, wetlands, and aquifer clean, sequestering and storing carbon, controlling erosion, pollination, these are just some of the ecological services delivered while providing essential habitat for countless migratory and resident species.
She says those superpowers are fueled by responsible stewardship.
Stewardship by families like ours who understand land ownership and management are a privilege and a great responsibility. Families making stewardship decisions that are not always governed by the bottom line, but governed by the heart.
The Schweizers will be presented with the $10,000 award during a ceremony honoring them later this year. That is today's Agriculture News. I'm Bryce Newskip reporting.
Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you back here on Monday.